Hi there, welcome back. In today's video we're going to be using these lovely leaf dish moulds that we got from Panda Haul. Lots of, they're beautiful moulds, If you want to go and look at our playlist at our Panda Haul video, and we'll show you exactly what we got from them and we'll talk about each of the products. Also going to use these beautiful selection of green mica powders. Now we've got a lot of different shades, but for these two particular molds we decided to use this beautiful Arteza one. I think it's called lettuce green, and this one which is by a company called Istoyo. So this is just a time lapse of me using a regular paintbrush to apply the mica to the mold. So I've just turned the mold inside out. Now that reminds me of a lettuce. I think they're called a sweetheart lettuce. But look at that. Look at the sheen. It's beautiful. Lovely. Unfortunately, I could just eat that with some tomatoes and cucumber, but there we go. I won't, of course. So just carefully turning the mould back the right way round. Some of the mica's coming off. By all means, use wear gloves if you want to wear gloves. I didn't because I know I'm okay with mica powder, so I just made sure I washed my hands afterwards. So just going back in with a bit more of that beautiful lettuce green mica powder, applying it to the stalk part of the leaf, and just making sure I've got all the bits on the inside coated with the mica powder. So now we're going to move over to the other mould. And we're going to use this is the lettuce leaf green one. So we're going to use that. But actually we're not going to use that. That was completely correct because we're going to use the darker one. Goodness me. So we're going to use, we're going to use the Istoyo one. So just turning it inside out very quickly there because it's on a time lapse. And then just showing you there, coating the mould with the mica powder, using the regular paintbrush and then turning it back inside the right way round. There we go. Ooh. So there are some bits I've missed that I can see on the inside of the mould, so I'm just going to go back round with a bit of mica powder on the paintbrush and just dust the inside of the mould, just coating it. Now the mica powder did take very well to this mould. These are brand new moulds from Panda Haul, as I said at the beginning. They're lovely, they're very good quality, very reasonably priced, and we do also have a discount code for people. It's all in the description. Everything that we've used in today's video will be in the description box, along with any codes, links to sites, and so on. There we go. So again, this is looking lovely. Very, very shiny. Very, very shiny indeed. So just, making sure that I've got every single bit of the mould coated in the mica powder. Look at that. Look at the shimmer on it. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. So that was the Istoyo one. And there we are. We have the two of them together side by side. Almost actually like lemons and limes. Don't know about greens. So we're also going to use these other two beautiful moulds, leaf mould trays they are, and I think they're called a Ginkgo mould. So we're going to use these two. So these mica powders, so the one I'm holding up now is by Arteza and the first one was by Istoyo. So again, same process as before, just going to apply them using a cleaned paintbrush to the inside of the mould. Look at the shimmer, look at the ribbing detail. I mean, again, these moulds are excellent quality. I can't wait to see these in silver, gold, bronze, copper. Very, very 1920s-esque in style, which is completely my thing. So there we go. Yeah, I didn't think we got it on a time lapse, but we have. Look at that colour. I love this colour green. It's almost a bit like, if this is going to make some sense, a metallic-y green. It's got that sort of, or like chrome-like shimmer to the mica powder. Or pearlised, perhaps, is the better description. But, yeah. So just a close-up here, applying it to the edges, the inside of this particular mould. There we are. Obviously do give your moulds a bit of a tap after you've finished applying the mica powder, just to make sure you tap them upside down on the surface, just to make sure you've got any loose bits of mica powder out. So there we go. Just remembering to do down inside the stem part or the stalk part of the leaf. And all around then. This is beautiful. It's quite relaxing actually just to watch this. There we are. I think even if you don't like greens, you'll like these. Some people are not very keen on the green as a colour. They think it brings bad luck, but I don't think so, not at all. There we go. I love that. Look at that. It's almost like a golden shimmer to it. So that's that beautiful colour. Now we're going to do the other one in the slightly different colour. This is a much paler, more silvery coloured, sort of pale silvery coloured gold, or pearlised, should we say. Not gold, green even. Pearlised green. Sorry, it's because I'm still thinking about other colours that this could be done in. Yeah. It's just applying the mica powder there, using the brush. As you can see, I am getting it on my hands. Make sure you do wash your hands, just general ordinary soap and water afterwards, to remove the mica powder before you do anything else, because you don't want to wipe it on your face, although it won't do you, it shouldn't do you any harm, but you don't want to get it in your eyes or anything like that. There we go. Just making sure every surface of the mould is thoroughly coated, and again, beautiful shimmery shine on this one too. So there's the two. Definitely a gold green on the right and definitely a pearlised green on the left, I think. Love these. So here is Wayne. Wayne has mixed up some Tea Expert resin. It's a 1:1 mixing ratio, and he's just made up enough to do one of the leaves. Now he's mixed in some of the same mica powder that we used, and now he's pouring it into the mould. Go careful when you're pouring it in. This has been slightly sped up. Just stop, let it get its find its way, make itself level, and make sure that all the bubbles go. Give it a little bit of a squidge around the edges, particularly in where the stem or the stalk part of the leaf would be, down there on the bottom, making sure you haven't got any air bubbles trapped. And there we are, he's just topping it up to the surface. This is the other one now. Look at that, it's beautiful. And that's a bit more of a close-up of it. Look at that beautiful green. There we are. Absolutely stunning. And then just filling it up, this particular mould now, with this one. Same process as before. Fill it slowly but steadily. We are. Let it stop for a bit. Let it self-level. And then see how much more you need to refill. Give it all a good squidge, particularly down in the stem or the stalk part of the leaf and round the edges. This encourages any little air bubbles that might have formed there to come up to the surface and to burst. Any that don't, you can always give it a quick spritz with some isopropyl alcohol, or you can use a long-necked lighter. I always say long-nosed, long-necked lighter, but don't use a torch if you've used isopropyl alcohol, and don't use a lighter if you've used isopropyl alcohol. Otherwise you will have a fire. So there we are. Now we need to fill up the other two leaf moulds that we did at the very beginning. So here's this beautiful lemony, yellowy green colour. This is the mica powder going in. Again, exactly the same resin, Tea Expert, 1:1 mixing ratio, and he did put it through the resiner's machine, which gets rid of all the bubbles. He did that for about 2 or 3 minutes. Look at the colour of that. Absolutely gorgeous. I've just realised they also remind me of lemon sherbet sweets, actually, these. Anyone might be hungry? I certainly am. When I'm doing the voiceover for this, it's actually lunchtime. And I am starving. Anyway, there we go. So again, just giving the edges of the mould a bit of a squidge to dislodge any little bubbles that might have collected, and also in the stem or stalk part of the leaf. Oh, a little something in there, a little something in there. And there we go. And he's just filling it up now to the top. And then we'll go on to the next one. Now you may be wondering what we've done with the leftover resin. For example, like here, we've put it to one side, and you will see very soon what happens with that. So this is the much deeper green coloured. I would say this is more a pea green. This is the one that's by Istoyo. Their mica powders are excellent, absolutely excellent. So are Arteza. We do have mica powders by other companies as well. Most recently we've got some from Jules at Resin Jules too. Can't wait to use those. So again, pouring it in slowly but steadily into the mould, stopping, letting it self-level, and then just pouring enough in up to the top of the mould. But before doing that, giving a little squidge around the edges and the stalk or stem part. There we go. Just making sure it gets into all the little areas and there are no air bubbles. And then just topping up the rest of the mould there. There we go. And there's one that looks like a lime sherbet sweet to me. Okie dokie. So, the leftover resin, what did we do? We took another mould. This one's actually from Amazon though, not from Panda Hall. It's from Amazon, and these are all the mica powders that we've just used in those 4-leaf dishes. We are going to use the leftover resin that we have from those lovely dishes, and we're going to pour it into here. But we thought we'd try something a bit different. We weren't sure if it would work or not, but we thought we'd have a go. So I'm just showing you there this lovely mould, and the fact that it's got support in underneath and it's quite firm when you place it down. Now, this was the leftover of that particular colour. Look at it. So this is what we had left. And Wayne's just showing you the colour there again. And then this one, which is called moss green. Beautiful colour. Beautiful, beautiful colour. And then this one from Istoyo. Again, you probably just saw my hand in the shop there. Not a lot of that one. And then this beautiful, vibrant, I want to call it pea green, but I believe it's called fruity green. There we are. So this is a split cup. It's made from silicone. I think we got these from, I think it was from Temu some time ago now. We've used them once before and they were brilliant, but we used it with acrylic paint. What we're using this for now is we're filling up the 3 middle sections, so not the 2 outer sections, but the one in the middle and then the one either side of it, with the different resins that we had left. And we're just want to see whether or not this works. I don't think personally that the colours were different enough for it to do what I was hoping it would do. But we thought, we'll try it out. We haven't used this particular split cup with resin before. So, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that would happen? It would all mix together and become one colour of green. Well, that's not that bad considering everything in this video today is green. So there we go. Oh, a little bit more in the middle one. So just pinched it together and trying to pour it into the centre of the bowl, and then thought, let's go around in little circles and see if that works. So I think that these just aren't different enough in tone and hue and colour. If you had done a green with a gold or green, gold and white, then you would get the differentiation between the different colours as you're pouring this in. So there we go. We gave up with that. So we thought with what we've still got left over, we're just going to pop them all in like this. And they'll find, resin will do what resin wants to do, and it will find its way to the parts of the mould that still need to be filled up. So there we go. Just pouring it in. You can probably see it's creeping up the outside of the mould there, or the outside of the inside of the mould. Just filling it up. Ooh. And there we are. So a good 24 hours later and it's demould time. So these are these 2 lovely deep leaf dishes. This is the darker green, or I want to call it the pea green. Now, yeah, This has been sped up because this was a little bit difficult. They're still pliable at this stage as well, so you can see it bending. I do reshape it as I take them out of the mould there, and just that little bit off the end there, pop it back through. Nice clean mould, lovely. All the mica powder got picked up as well. So look at that. I'm going to just take off the sharpness around those edges there on the base, but look, it's quite deep. It's beautiful. It's still got all the detail. Still got everything in the stalk. No air bubbles to be seen, thank goodness. And look at that. Look at the way it still shimmers. The detail. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Now there's a particular type of pottery. I don't know if it's Villor and Bosch or I'm not sure, but they did a whole range of this type of thing back in the day. But yeah, and that also, it does remind me of that as well. So this is more the lemon green coloured one. You can see that one's bent slightly as well. So just reshape that, and there's that one. Nice clean mould. Again, the very bottom of the base, I'll just take the edges off just to make sure they're not too sharp. But it's picked up all the mica really nicely. Almost completely opaque. Tiny bit of see-throughness still under there, as you can see my fingers underneath. But it looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. Very much a pearlized, shiny pearlized finish to both of these dishes. There we go, and that's the two together. Now, I would say lemon and lime. Lemon and lime, those two. But they are beautiful. So very good for keeping your keys in, jewellery, anything really, and also as interior decoration anywhere within your home. So here are the two fan shaped. Now these were, again, the moulds are from Panda Hall. I think they're called Ginkgo, G-I-N-K-O, or Ginkgo. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, to be honest. Again, this has been sped up. Take your time when demoulding. Now these are a lot more shallow, these dishes or trays, than the other two leaves. But they're still absolutely stunning. Very much 1920s Art Deco sort of themed. Beautiful fan shape. So there we are, that's the mould, nice and clean. And again, the mica powder is picked up really lovely. Almost completely opaque. Look at that. Glossy finish to it. Glossy finish, and look at that. That is stunning. Look at the shine. You can see all the detail with the line work. Beautiful. And again, can be used in exactly the same way as the previous two leaves. Gorgeous. I know I keep saying that, but these are stunning. Stunning. There we go. Just taking the other mould off now, just demoulding it all around the edges. They are quite robust, these moulds, but do obviously still take care when you're demoulding your piece. You don't want to rip or split the mould, but you shouldn't do with these because they are very good quality. Is it going to come out? There we go. Fantastic. Look at that. It's gorgeous, absolutely stunning. Again, not as deep as the first lot of leaf dishes that we did, but you know, this is this particular style. Very much like a fan shape as well. Beautiful. Imagine a couple of pieces, a pair of pearl earrings just, you know, placed on that. Looks stunning. Stunning. By your bedside, in your dressing room. You could put them in your hallway, on a console table. You could have it in your lounge or family room. In a conservatory. Goodness me. Look fantastic. So there we are. Beautiful. Or you could actually use it as a fan. Obviously it wouldn't retract closed, but you could use it as a fan if you got a little bit warm. But they are beautiful. Why not mention in the comments box what you would use these dishes for? So this is what I'm going to refer to as the uneven topped edge bowl. So just trying to release it round the edges here. This one was more difficult to demould than the 4 leaf dishes, but it did come out. It did come out. Again, very good, high quality mould, but that's what you would expect usually from any of the suppliers that where you buy things through Amazon. And there we go. Again, this was slightly still pliable, so I just reshaped it slightly. Now, doesn't that look like the bottom half of an iceberg lettuce? I think it does. I think it does. Again, a mention of food. Must be hungry. Again, almost opaque, but not quite. Beautiful the way all the different green coloured resins have mixed together. It's gorgeous. There is a particular style of glass from the 1940s, 50s that's like this. So here's the final shot of all of the 4 leaf dishes and the bowl. And I think, although I'm biased, I think they are stunning. Look at those. I mean, beautiful as a collection together. These will be available for sale. More details to come regarding that in future videos, or check out our community posts. So thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing and tuning in today and watching. We'll see you again on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.